Okay, so there's a developing of an inner compass, a developing of a spiritual compass, aligning with who you truly are. And the Strength card, the Temperance card, and the Justice card all speak of bringing moderation and bringing balance, befriending diverse energies, maybe the wild aspects of ourselves. Acceptance came up. And so there is this call to befriend and accept those wild aspects, those diverse energies, and actually engage in the process of blending them to bring balance to them, to bring moderation to them. This is a spiritual process that you're engaged in, and it has to do with your inner compass, identifying it and aligning with who you truly are so that you can face challenges in your life with equanimity. Hey Taurus, welcome to your general tarot reading for April 2021. Thank you so much for joining me. If it's your first time here, my name's Amanda. I'm at Luna Sync Tarot. Thanks for stopping by. And if you are returning, thanks so much for coming back, and thanks for supporting this channel. Today we're going to take a look at your heart, your mind, your body. We'll take a look at the past, the present, and the future, and we'll pull clarifying cards all the way through. I wanted to let you know that I'm giving away a free 30-minute personal tarot reading in April. I'll pull names on the second Sunday of April. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in entering yourself into the drawing, just leave a comment below on this video. I'm going to pull names from the comments. All right. So, I've shuffled your cards. We're going to split the deck 3 ways, and let's sync up. In the position of your heart and the present moment is Temperance in reverse. You might be out of balance with something. Maybe a little overindulgence taking place in the present moment. This is a blending. Temperance in the upright is a blending of diverse energies, and really like an alchemical process of blending a lot of different, I'm hearing noise, a lot of diverse noise, blending it so that it is copacetic, so that it brings balance, and so that it is moderated. In the reverse, it is an overindulgence of some sort. It's maybe moving to, if there's a continuum of moderation and balance, it's maybe existing on either side of that continuum instead of at the middle point of the continuum. So maybe a little overindulgence in the present moment in your heart space. In the position of your mind, what you think about it all is strength. Wow, this is really interesting too, because look at what this woman is doing. This is Bridget. She is surrounded by all types of different energies, different animals, some of which are considered quite wild, and she is befriending them. So there's a lesson already here, or not a lesson, there's a predominant energy here with the Temperance in reverse and with strength on your mind, or what you think about, that has to do with befriending or bringing into balance diverse energies, some of which can be seen or are in fact out of control or wild, and some of which are more benign, more beneficent, if that's a word. Bridget sits amongst all of these different wild animals, and she befriends them. She befriends their wild nature. And Temperance upright is a blending or an alchemical process of blending quite diverse energies. So, already a theme happening here. In the position of your foundation or your body, we have the Sun of Cups in reverse. The Sun of Cups upright is a receptivity. He sits inside of this egg, which symbolizes conception. He is conceiving something through inspiration, through the inspiration that music provides, through the inspiration that hallucinogenics provide sometimes. The nightshade is a hallucinogenic. It's a new way of perceiving, and he is receptive and inspired by and in this mode of conception. And do you see how his mind is illuminated? And there are birds around him. Birds are of the mental plane, also bringing inspiration, new thoughts, new ways of thinking, new perspective. In the foundation, so this being in reverse either signifies that there's a block to that. We'll clarify this. There may be a block to conception, to perception, to inspiration. In the position of the foundation, also in the position of your body. In the past, we have, a sting, a conflict. Again, this is felt mentally. This is anxiety. This is, it's an expectation, honestly, that something is going to go wrong. So it's a mindset or an expectation of conflict, doom, all those negative. I could go on and on with a list of negativity, with negative thoughts, negative ideas, but it's anxious, and it really is about, it's not necessarily even that it's real, like it hasn't manifest physically in the physical, the 3D world. It really is about having a negative expectation about something in the past. In the recent past. In the near future, we have justice. Oh, beautiful. This speaks, I just get an overwhelming sense of peace when I look at this card. And we've already talked about balance and moderation. These are the three fates. And this speaks to cause and effect and consequences and the divine motivation behind that. And how our world, our spiritual world, or the divine laws of nature always bring things into balance. This is about karmic justice, righting what is wrong, bringing justice. Justice really, if you think about the justice card in the tarot, you see a person who's holding a scale, and the scale is balanced. Justice is about bringing balance to something that got out of balance, right? And when we talk about the laws of nature, the natural law will always seek to balance. And that's what this Justice card in the Mother Peace deck reminds me of. It brings this sense of peace and trust and faith that natural law is all about bringing into balance what has been out of balance. Constantly, those scales are balancing, constantly. So coming in the near future is some sort of justice for you around a situation. Okay. Let's clarify some of this, shall we? I'm going to use the Osho Zen. What is this negative expectation in the past? What are the thoughts surrounding this? What does this have to do with? I feel like a lot of this reading hinges on this, where your head is at here in the past, in the recent past. I am seeing Temperance and the Strength card is like the flip side of the same coin in this reading. I don't think I've ever seen it that way before. A limitation around what is possible. So this could speak to the fact that this negative expectation is a limiting belief, or is limiting the possibilities. Or it could be that the thing that you're thinking is that I am limited. The possibilities are limited here. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Five of Swords for Taurus. There's a whole clump that fell out, so I'm going to keep going. I just want one, maybe two. We have 3 major arcanas in this card, which indicates a pretty significant transformation or transition, significant movement in your life, whether it be spiritually, mentally, physically, or all of the above. Some sort of integration happening here. You know, now that I say strength and temperance right now, I'm seeing them as the flip side of the same coin. I'm seeing the interconnectedness of all of these major arcana cards: strength, temperance in reverse, and justice. We're talking so much about blending these diverse energies or befriending these wild, diverse energies. Here we go. Change. So it could be that there has been some sort of change or you're anticipating change. This again is clarifying the Five of Swords. Limited possibilities. Here comes change, unavoidable change, quite frankly. Could be that you're anticipating a change or a change has occurred. Participation and beyond illusion. Taking it to the next level, the next developmental phase, this change has you participating with others. This is not just you that is experiencing this change. This is a group experience. This could have to do with some sort of, like I said again, some phase of development. It could have to do with ascension. It could have to do with spiritual development. That involves your participation with others or just needs your participation. This is all in the past. So as I was saying, these major arcana cards, the strength card, the temperance in reverse, and the justice card, all have to do with bringing balance, bringing moderation, a blending and alchemical process, accepting and befriending what is wild, what is different from you. It's the opposite of othering, like it's the opposite of separation. It's an integration that's happening here. What is this? What do I want to use for this? I'm going to deviate from my typical routine here, and I want to know more about what I just described. What is this about? It does seem like there's some sort of moving, some sort of transition, some sort of elevation, some sort of ascension, some sort of spiritual development that is happening here. Speaking to the alchemical process of blending diverse energies so that they can become greater than what they were alone. Appetite just came out again. Appetite comes out every single time now. This is about acceptance. I'm going to keep pulling though. A balancing, a bringing of moderation and a befriending. What do we have? Preseli Bluestone. This is describing the process or the theme that I just spoke of. So this is clarifying, not describing. This is clarifying that. So let's read about this. Preseli Bluestone. That's gorgeous. 3-3. If that is significant for you. 3 is my favorite number. 3, 13. All the derivatives. 3, 6, 9. 3, 3. The inner compass. Preseli Bluestones planted healing energies from the land of the ancestors into a sacred healing landscape. The stone accesses past, present, and future. Ooh. jumping of timelines or a blending of timelines. I just recently heard that somebody said that I was listening to that the present and the future do in fact affect the past. I believe it was Laura Lynn Jackson that said that. I believe I was listening to her. She is a medium. You can YouTube her. And I want to learn more about what she meant by that, but it just popped into my head here when it said this stone accesses past, present, and future. Self-understanding. You are an ancient shaman who has much wisdom to impart and the ability to journey through multiple dimensions in search of healing. You have unshakable core stability and an inner compass that directs you with integrity. Divination. Use natural medicine for ailments, pay attention to your boundaries, dig deep into the past, access your memories and cut yourself free. Examine your deepest intentions and roots, live in the present moment, find your own direction and face challenges with equanimity. You have power to decide, pay particular attention to your environment. Healing insight, being true to yourself is the basis of all well-being, spiritual and physical. That is so true. Frequency is earthy and high. The chakra is Earth Star and Soma, mid-hairline. Timing is Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn. And the soul path is developing a spiritual compass. So I guess that's what this is about. When we talk about, okay, so there's a developing of an inner compass, a developing of a spiritual compass, aligning with who you truly are. And the Strength card, the Temperance card, and the Justice card all speak of bringing moderation and bringing balance, befriending diverse energies, maybe the wild aspects of ourselves. Acceptance came up. We talked about with the Temperance card in reverse, how this balance and moderation exists on a continuum. And in reverse, it could indicate that you're on either side of the continuum as opposed to in the middle, like the middle way, the balance of the middle way. And so there is this call to befriend and accept those wild aspects, those diverse energies, and actually engage in the process of blending them to bring balance to them, to bring moderation to them. This is a spiritual process that you're engaged in, and it has to do with your inner compass, identifying it and aligning with who you truly are, so that you can face challenges in your life with equanimity. That's beautiful. Let's clarify the Son of Cups in reverse, because remember we wondered if this was a block to inspiration, a block to conception, a block to perception. So what is that about? It's in your foundation, it's in your body. Why? Has to do with emotions. Cups is the suit of emotions. Here, we'll keep going. Just get one or two. What is the Son of Cups in reverse about? What are the qualities? Dang, what is going on with my hands? What are the qualities of the Son of Cups, please? One or two cards. What is this about? In the foundation, in the position of your body. Could be an emotional block of some sort that has to do with conception, perception, inspiration. This deck is quiet. Ooh, a Abundance. This is the King of Pentacles in the traditional deck. Well, abundance. There's some block here that has to do with your understanding and your perception of abundance. Abundance, attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. That sounds so corny. Stepping into that mode of generating abundance has so much to do with appreciation, with where you put your focus, how you understand the abundance in your life, how you appreciate the abundance in your life, how you recognize the abundance in your life. Somebody here is uninspired. And needs to take notice of the abundance that surrounds them. There's some sort of key here. Like this is a key to activating something. This is part of it. It's in your foundation. That's why I say that. Where you put your focus, where you put your attention. Yeah. Uninspired and feeling stuck. Unable to move on. Could be with a King of Pentacles type character, personality in your life. However, I'm reading this as to activate that inspiration, to activate movement here in your foundation. There's a call to examine where you place your focus at this time. Is your focus on this negative expectation? Or is your focus on the beauty, the abundance, the gifts around you? Sometimes it's just as simple as that, a shift in your focus. Yeah, it doesn't mean that bad things haven't happened in the past. You haven't had experiences that have been difficult or challenging. It's not a negation of that. It's a decision to place your focus on the abundance that surrounds you. And by that I mean, it's so simple. It can be so simple. Noticing how the sunlight hits your body and feels warm. Noticing the color of the blossom as it erupts in the springtime. Wow, what a beautiful color. Noticing that right now in this moment, you are well fed, you're well taken care of, you're warm, all of your needs are met in this moment. Noticing the smell of the dinner cooking and how that just makes you feel so excited to eat it and nourished and grateful that you can eat this delicious meal, that you can cook it, that you can eat it, that you can smell it, that you can taste it. Really tapping into your senses as a way to appreciate and practice gratitude. And that's what I mean by shifting, making a decision to shift your focus from what is or what experience you've had, the evidence of that, to other evidence that is also true and also real, and allowing your focus to live there. Okay. All right. So tell me more. Actually, no, let's pull a card of guidance for you. Let's pull a card of guidance for you, Taurus, as you move through this integration. It feels like a spiritual integration of some sort. Acceptance, developing your inner compass. That really feels like, I don't know, like a solid foundation, like inner compass. When I think about that in this context, I think solid foundation upon which you sit forever. An organizing principle that can never be taken away from you, that is solid and all-encompassing, that guides you without fail. And there's a trust and just a solidity there. A confidence, a trust, and a solidity there. So, advice for Taurus as they navigate this time in April. If this reading is resonating with you, please hit the like button. I would appreciate that. Helps the reading to circulate and be seen by others. Remember, good Lord, we can't read all of these. Remember to leave a comment if you're interested in a free personal reading in April. I'm pulling names on the second Sunday of the month of April. And if you're interested in a personal reading right now, there's information below in the description box. Guidance for Taurus. The cards have been quiet this morning. I don't know, I feel like it's this reading has definitely been more of a rumination. A slow rumination unfolding. And the cards are definitely facilitating that. Porcupine in the contrary. Interesting. Oh, let's look at this. I think porcupine is about playfulness. Believe it or not. No, it's about innocence. But I think it speaks to playfulness in the description here. In pulling porcupine card reversed, you are giving yourself a timely warning that you cannot win the game of life if you are too serious. Oh boy, that's definitely my issue a lot of the time. In some area of your life, you may be feeling hurt or afraid of trusting again. Is it possible that life has recently dealt you a hard blow? Ooh. We have this in the recent past. Is it possible that life has recently dealt you a hard blow? It's a sting. This is a sting. If this is so, it's time to begin again by placing faith in your ability to overcome the lesson with joy. Are you willing to trust yourself, developing that inner compass? If so, you might begin by writing down the feelings that come out of the situation. How can you, as your adult self, comfort you, the child within, and teach your inner child how to have faith and trust again? The ill-dignified porcupine is belly up with its quills stuck in the ground. This is a rather defenseless position. You may be forcing yourself to be vulnerable so that you can regain your hope. Perhaps you needed to roll over to get your tummy patted. This position could therefore indicate that you are ready to accept a little love from others. In any case, if you are not willing to trust again, this card is forcing you to look at why or why not. Wow. Trust again. something, a sting happening in the past, and then justice coming in the future. Something out of balance being balanced. This issue with trust, with feeling stuck in the foundation, uninspired, limited perception, feeling stuck, unable to move or move on. And then this abundance card. It's talking about taking yourself too seriously and bringing joy back into your life. And how there's like, maybe there's a difficulty around that because of a lack of trust, or because something difficult happened in the past that sort of broke your trust in some way. Also something about comforting your inner child and developing your inner compass. And that really speaks to me of being able to rely and depend on yourself, to get yourself through challenging times with equanimity, as this card said. Developing an inner compass, like a solid foundation within yourself, and that serves as an organizing principle for all your movement forward. Well, Taurus, I am wishing you the best this spring. This looks like a beautiful transformation that you're going through here. Befriending those wild aspects or those negative aspects of yourself. Blending diverse energies, coming into balance. And not taking yourself too seriously. Bringing a little bit more play and joy into the process. So, like I said, I'm wishing you the best. Take good care in April.